Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Nwancha, and today we are here with another sit down video. Today marks my 2-year anniversary of having locks, and I know you can't see them right now because a girl got weaving. Just these are my locks. I think they're probably down to my shoulders, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen how they are in a minute. It's been a couple months since I've last seen them. Let's actually just get straight into this video. So the first thing I definitely had learned was patience. Going through starter locks was genuinely the bottom, the low. I feel like starter locks is really like the test, because I feel like if you don't really appreciate yourself as much, then it's like starter locks on top of that is genuinely so bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's really a struggle to find that self-love, especially if your love for yourself is really a lot through your hair. Like me personally, a lot of my self-love does come from my hair. So it's like whenever my hair doesn't look nice, then I don't feel like I look good, like, you feel me? But it's okay, because at first I had worms, y'all. I had worms in my head. It was really short, and honestly, I think that people were really supportive. The people that was around me, they were genuinely the most supportive people I've been around, pushing me every day. Well, not every day. They're pushing me forward into trusting how nice my locks will end up looking. And honestly, my locks look the best it's ever been. I genuinely love my locks so much now. Do I still say that I'm probably gonna take them out? Yeah. Will I? Probably, maybe. But honestly, I love, especially after discovering the versatility of it, because me personally, when I started my locks, I did not want to let go of my braids at all. That day when I first got my first ever retwist, my starter locks, it looked so nice. The next day it looked terrible. I'm not even gonna lie, I was so heartbroken, and especially for school. When school hit, I was like, man, I'm so cooked. But honestly, everybody was not they weren't really hyping me up, but then they were hyping me up. So it was like, I bet it's just, you love to see a woman with locks, I promise you. Everybody loves to see a woman with locks. But definitely patience was my biggest thing, because having to trust that my locks will mature in the right way, knowing that they are going to mature, and having to trust in that I look good regardless, was really a struggle for me, because I feel like, especially looking at other journeys, I guess, that I'm gonna get more into comparison later, because comparison is actually another key point. I thought that since that person did that I would do that. Well, even though I especially thought my locks would mature just like boom, just because of how everybody else's I've seen looked. And honestly, because of my hair type, I was like, okay, my locks are definitely gonna mature super fast. They're gonna be down to my butt by the end of this year. It can be 2 years, y'all, and I got it. And honestly, I was wrong. I'm 2 years in, and it's just hitting my shoulders, y'all. And guess what? It's great. I love it. And I actually really love the length of it. I actually don't know what length it's at right now, because I've had these in for a good minute, but retwist coming soon, y'all. So patience was my biggest factor, because I feel like I genuinely thought I would be a patient person, but honestly, seeing how my locks were, I was like, man, I gotta put something over this instantly. But my mom, she was like, nope, you gotta wear them. I really wanted to put some just weave over it and call it a day, wait for them to mature, and that is a way that you could actually do that. But I had to thug it out, y'all. I had to thug it out. Next thing I'm going to talk about is actually comparison. Y'all, comparison is like the joy. And in general, I feel like you cannot, if you're going into your lock journey, the one thing you cannot do is compare yourself to other people's locks. Compare your journey to other people's, because either way, your journey is your journey, and it's only unique to you. Somebody's hair can mature in a course of 6 months, but yours could take 8 months. It's not the same. Everybody's hair texture is different. Everybody's hair type is different. So it's like, there's not much you can do. And honestly, it took me a long time to understand that, because even though I knew that, I just didn't want to accept it. So it's like, whenever you compare yourself, the only thing it will do is make your journey longer. Because honestly, everybody's like little head is different. You can have an inspo, but it's probably not even gonna look exact. It's gonna be like an inspiration. So it's like, if you're here trying to get advice for getting locks, don't compare yourself to anybody else. I feel like comparison when you start your locks, you cannot look at somebody else's locks and be like, that is what I want. Because since your hair is different and since you're not that person, your hair is not going to look like that. It could look similar and it could look close, but locks are so unpredictable that you can't really exactly control what or how it will look for real till I guess you get them, and then you can start to have an idea of how it might look in the long run. You feel me? You feel me? I feel like it really taught me not to compare myself to others, and it helped me with my comparison, because even though I might not have felt the best I could have felt, it helped me to understand that. It helped me to not look at others and reflect on myself, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the right term, I don't know if that's the right words, but that's what I guess Locs taught me with comparison, because comparison, once again, is the theft of joy. My last and final thing that I want to talk about of what Locs taught me was it taught me a lot of self-love. At first, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'll admit it, I felt so ugly. Like, I felt disgusting. I felt like I looked like a boy. I felt like I could it just didn't feel like me. Like, especially when my locks started to mature, I guess. Like, at first, like the first like few like months or whatever, I was like, how am I gonna go to school like this? Because everybody knows kids are mean, but actually nobody actually disrespected me. I ain't got no disrespect, I ain't getting nothing like that. But in some cases, some girls with locks will, and at the end of the day, you have to know that it is you, it is your choice, it is a journey that you are willing to take and battle through. And honestly, it helped me with a lot of self-discovery and knowing different possibilities, limits, and just abilities in general that I am so grateful for, that I'm so glad I decided to book that appointment to start my locks. Because honestly, I didn't start it because I was tired of my hair. I started it as just another hairstyle. I started my locks compulsively because I just wanted something different. But then I didn't really immediately regret it. I was starting to want to take them out 2 months in, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it going. And everybody was like, locks suit you so well. And honestly, I don't know if it does or not still, but I feel like it's a really big part of my picture that I feel like it's the representation that is needed. But yeah, like, I feel like if I didn't lock my hair up, I would have went through a phase of maybe I probably would have never understood myself to the ability that I do now, because since my hair used to be everything, it's now just another factor. And I think that everyone needs to know that if you're going to start locks, and if you're not someone that's comfortable in your skin, that it's okay to feel that way, because it happens. It shouldn't mean that you should just give up, but it really just is another way to find yourself. Because at first I was not confident or comfortable at all. I dreaded going to school. I dreaded everything. That might have been probably wasn't my lowest, but it was such a different experience, because I'd see other girls that are in my school. There's not that many girls that was in my school that had locks. It was only 3 of us, and I remember seeing the other 2 girls and their hair was stunning, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, why isn't that me? Why isn't that me? But it's okay that it's not me, because at the end of the day, people love my locks. I love my locks now, and it's just everyone's so unique and so different. Y'all, I held the title of having the best locks in the school. Crown me. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. And genuinely, that is what Locs taught me as a girl going into high school. Actually, no, I'm in high school now. And it was taught me as a teenager, because it's just a different experience. You already know locks are very, very versatile. You can do anything. Look at my channel. I put wigs over my locks. I just did a sewing over my locks. And guess what? Now I have island twists again over my locks. Actually, these aren't island twists. These are actually just extended 2 strands, but if you are trying to start your lock journey, I wish you the bestest and greatest of luck. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for making it this far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.